The end of the year is here, and with it comes the rush. Gifts, parties, bills. It feels like joy comes with a hefty price tag, doesn't it? But what if I told you the real issue isn't the money you spend, but the emotions driving your spending? Surprised? It's because no one talks about how our traumas, habits, and comparisons can ruin not just our finances, but also our peace of mind. If you feel like you're stuck in this spiral, this video might just be the game changer you need. Ready to understand how your mind and emotions are shaping your decisions? Let's dive in. The financial impact of the holiday season on mental health. It's amazing how the holiday season, a time that's supposed to be joyful, turns into a minefield of expenses. Gifts, dinners, trips, it all piles up. No wonder anxiety creeps in like an unwelcome ghost during these times. But hold on. It's possible to balance your budget and protect your mental health. How about creating a realistic budget? Write down everything. Gifts, food, even that extra coffee run. Apps like Mint or Mobiles can help you stay on track. Small steps, big impact. Now, let's dig deeper. This pressure to spend isn't just about money. It's about how you perceive your own security. Neuroscience shows that the brain reacts to financial stress much like it does to trauma. That's why building emotional resilience is key. Practice emotional management. Take deep breaths. Reassess your priorities. After all, you don't need an expensive gift to show your love. Remember, money is a resource, not your identity. Plan with emotional intelligence and use it to your advantage. Something as simple as taking a moment to reflect on what truly matters can transform how you approach the holidays. And what if I told you your next financial problem might be tied to what you're feeling inside? Believe me, the emotional impact on your body is stronger than it seems. And that brings us to our next point: holiday impulse buying, a reflection of unresolved emotions. Ever felt that uncontrollable urge to buy everything in sight? It's not just a lack of control. It could be a suppressed emotion. Psychology and neuroscience reveal that past traumas or feelings of inadequacy often lead to impulsive spending. It's almost like trying to fill an emotional void with material things. But does it work? Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Identifying your triggers is the first step to breaking the cycle. Notice when the impulse hits. Is it after a tough day? Or when faced with irresistible sales? A good self-awareness exercise is to jot down how you feel before and after buying something. This helps uncover the root of your behavior. Instead of shopping, why not try mindfulness techniques? Take a 2-minute deep breath and see if the urge subsides. Your brain can be retrained to develop healthy habits and say no to unnecessary spending. Swap "I deserve to splurge" with "I deserve to take care of myself." Small changes, like planning purchases or avoiding social media during big sales, can have a massive impact. Speaking of social media, have you noticed how it fuels this need to compare? That brings us to another interesting reflection: social pressure and comparisons. The financial weight of keeping up. Have you ever felt the need to have the perfect Christmas just because you saw friends with giant trees and picture-perfect tables? Yeah, social pressure, amplified by social media, can be brutal on both emotional and financial health. Positive psychology teaches us that happiness doesn't come from comparisons, but from authenticity. How about defining your own version of celebration? It doesn't have to be Instagram-worthy. Social media is a powerful trigger for unsustainable habits. Neuroscience explains that our brain craves quick rewards, like likes and validation. This often pushes us to spend more than we can afford to fit in. Challenge that. A simple exercise is to list 3 things you already have and love, whether they're objects, experiences, or relationships. Recognize your worth without relying on others' approval. To rewire your brain and overcome this mindset, emotional intelligence techniques are essential. Try a digital detox. Turn off notifications or go offline for a day. If comparison is unavoidable, compare yourself to your past self. In the end, what matters is your personal growth. After all, the holidays aren't a competition, and realizing this can help you address emotional blocks that often stem from financial traumas. Let's explore that next. Financial trauma and the fear of spending during the holidays. For many, the end of the year carries emotional baggage tied to past debts or moments of financial instability. These experiences can leave deep marks on the brain, creating emotional blocks that make it hard to even spend on necessities. Psychology and neuroscience explain that financial trauma rewires how the brain reacts to money. But here's the good news. Neuroplasticity means you can reframe those patterns. A great starting point is reprogramming limiting beliefs about money. Ask yourself, what does money mean to me? And try to identify suppressed emotions connected to it. Therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can help rebuild a healthier relationship with your finances. A practical tip: start a small emergency fund, even if it's just a little. It can boost your confidence when facing unexpected expenses. Small steps lead to big results. To reshape a growth mindset around money, connect with the true purpose of the holidays: connection, gratitude, and celebration. Make intentional choices, focusing on what truly matters. The key is understanding that spending with intention is different from spending out of obligation. And if gifts are how you show love, there are other ways to express it without overspending. Let's dive into that next. Gifts and affection. Can love be disconnected from spending? Christmas often ties love to the price of gifts, but positive psychology shows that simple gestures have a greater impact. How about writing a heartfelt letter or planning a meaningful activity? The emotional value of a gift lies in what it represents, not its cost. Handmade presents or shared moments can create unforgettable memories. These strengthen bonds and help reframe beliefs about love and spending. Disconnecting love from consumption frees you from financial pressure and restores the true meaning of the holidays. Now, how do past holiday memories influence your choices today? Family memories and their influence on holiday finances. Past holiday memories shape your current financial behavior. Did you grow up with simple celebrations or grand ones? Both leave emotional marks. You can reframe these memories. Try reflecting. How do I feel about my most vivid Christmas memory? Journaling and therapy can help transform negative patterns. Creating new traditions is incredibly freeing. Plan simple activities that focus on connection. Adjusting expectations can reclaim your emotional health and ease financial stress. Now let's talk about planning. Financial planning and emotional well-being. How balance prevents holiday stress. The holidays can be stressful, but financial planning lightens the load. Setting a clear budget helps your brain organize priorities. List all expenses and set realistic limits for each category. Apps like Organize can be great allies. Aligning expectations is key to avoiding disappointments. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Focus on meaningful experiences like simple gatherings instead of extravagant ones. Small adjustments to your habits can make a big difference. Planning isn't restrictive, it's empowering. When you set financial boundaries, you create space to truly enjoy what matters. And if anxiety persists, practices like mindfulness can help balance your emotions and decisions. Now, let's address how to handle the urge to splurge, anxiety and debt. The cycle of spending to relieve stress and creating new problems. Ever notice how shopping can feel like a magical solution to stress? That feeling is real. Neuroscience shows that your brain releases dopamine when you buy something. But here's the catch. The anxiety soon returns, now with guilt in tow. This cycle reinforces behavioral habits that harm both your finances and mental health. One effective strategy to break this cycle is identifying the emotional triggers behind impulsive spending. For example, do you tend to overspend after an argument or when you're feeling inadequate? Before giving in to the impulse, try simple practices like mindfulness or deep breathing. Just 5 minutes can be enough to recalibrate your brain and avoid an unnecessary purchase. What if you turn this pattern into a self-awareness opportunity? Write down your thoughts before and after buying something. This habit helps rewire your mind and builds a growth mindset. Remember, spending money isn't the issue, it's how we spend it. And sometimes, the biggest fear is appearing financially unsuccessful under social expectations. Let's dig deeper into that. How to handle the ghost of financial failure during the holidays. At the end of the year, the fear of not meeting expectations can feel overwhelming. It seems like, to measure up, we need to spend more than we have. This stigma of financial failure reflects limiting beliefs and repressed emotions we carry. The good news? Psychology shows it's possible to reprogram the mind to see value beyond money. A practical step is redefining what success means to you. Success can be a heartfelt conversation, a hug, or gratitude for simple moments. Try writing down 3 achievements from the year that don't involve money. This practice strengthens emotional resilience and creates a positive narrative for your journey, free from external comparisons. By shifting focus to what truly matters, you will discover that emotional health is a more valuable gift than anything money can buy. Connecting with purpose and celebrating small victories is the true spirit of the holidays. So, what have you learned from this reflection? Now, let's dive deeper into it all. Now that you understand how your emotions, habits, and beliefs are influencing your finances and mental health, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep repeating the same patterns, or take the first step to real change? The choice is yours. But remember, the emotional impact on your body and mind won't wait. So why should you? Start now, whether it's creating a plan, rethinking your priorities, or exploring new ways to relate to money and emotions. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stick around, because there's so much more here to help you grow and find balance.